hold on a second. I see that statue. Now, are we going to get a Jack-in-the-Box monster? Wait for it. Wait for it. Yep. There it is. There we go. Good shot, kids. Way to double team. Yeah, it's less about the gun handling and much as these people see these monsters and just start blasting. Yeah, no kidding. Oh god, shit! Ah.
Let's get out of the woods fast. Cool.
Yeah, cool. I like to think that they've just adjusted quickly to this. You know what? I would believe Josh has been ready for this. Because his whole thing about kids disappearing is, let's go investigate this. Let's just wait until after dark and see what's going on. So I feel like he is one of those dudes that has been waiting his whole life for something interesting to happen. And he's like, my time has finally come. Except he's not, like, physically fit or anything. He's just a dude. And the rest of the kids are just kind of desensitized to it by now. Exactly, it's the video games. The video games are corrupting our youth, preparing them for them survival horror situations. It's perversity incarnate, don't you know? I see that.
Suck on this.
Going into the woods in a horror game seems like a fucking terrible idea. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Gren, good to see you. Yeah, Doom on the SNES has prepared me for this. Oh god. I actually have played the SNES port of Doom. And, you know what? It's functional, but you can tell they made some, like, real nasty compromises to get it working. Like, it's ugly as hell, even if you ran Doom on the, like, lowest possible graphics settings, it would still look way better than what they have on the SNES. Like, it's just a much lower frame rate.
See my article already.
I think they actually had to lower the enemy count because the system just couldn't handle it. Somehow they got it working, which, you know, still impressive from a technical standpoint. Just, oi! Watching the hockey game and grinding it, GBF holiday stuff. Nice, nice. Well, good to have you here, brother. Go ahead and get your gotcha on. That I don't think was the problem.
What's this?
What's this? A lever, huh?
It's not doing anything.
Alright. No, I believe it did still use the full screen. Aw, hi Celine. Good to see you. Aw, that's a good kitty. Alright. Alright, let's reunite with the Scoobies.
You guys sure took your time. What do we do now?
Kenny, where you at?
Okay, I'll go with you.
Speedrun the GFL2 event. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. Girls Frontline 2 looks awesome. I mean, you know, by gacha game standards, it still has the usual bugbears of the genre with all that implies. But there's more to it than I was expecting from your stream. Pleasantly surprised. And Lord, but they put effort into those models. Like, both for the obvious reasons and the not-so-obvious reasons. You can tell that they spent their gacha money wisely. Had an eventful day with a ton of people in the house and a 1.25-year-old curious about her. Aww. Yeah, I can imagine that would be a bit tiring to keep up with. In fact, Kitty, I'll say all three in mine with Ben with me. Aww. See, now that's just a comfy evening at home right there. That is living your December correctly.
Okay, it's been saved now.
Actually, how are we doing on shotgun ammo? Oh, we got 23 shots. We're good. Alright, Kenny, back me up. Elemental and weapon type weakness mechanics, it didn't even come up really, but boost stability damage
must be used for something.
before your attack happens. Interesting. Yeah, I imagine they layer the complexities of other units, damage, and weapon types on top of the tactical element that was on display. So you basically have the bedrock of reasonably familiar XCOM-like systems with some modifications. I did like, as you pointed out, that there are no misses. That was a feature in Mechanicus, and that's something that's something I appreciate. Is where the game is a bit more careful about the random elements. It doesn't just have it as shots missing all that often. But yeah, it seems like they do right by the actual gameplay, and aren't content to just make it a standard tactical
These horrible hallways again.
tactical role-playing game, basically. Nice. Yeah, probably not something I'm going to be in a hurry to pick up, but I always was curious about the first game. I had a couple people that seemed to enjoy it reasonably well. Yeah. I feel like the problem with XCOM is it's sort of a victim of its own popularity, and a lot of game systems basically just copied that without distinguishing themselves. And honestly, I don't even think the new XCOM was that good in terms of its gameplay, and more just the overall package where it was broadly acceptable. Like, I think the monster pod system, the way the enemies spawn, was just obnoxious, and it's the main reason that I didn't really play those games more than once. Our free shotgunner lady just zooms around the map, blasting squads of enemies out. That's great. Oh, shit. Alright, Kenny, ready with that shotgun. We got a big boy here. Oh, shit! We're trapped! Nice. Good shooting, Kenny. Yeah, it's a case where I kind of enjoyed the games in spite of that mechanic, but it was a lot to tolerate. And it kind of made some maps a chore. But I do like games that took that basic combat system and made modifications to it. Like I said, Mechanicus was very fun. And even when the missions got kind of repetitive, the core gameplay was well designed. Alright. So here is where we were during the tutorial. And Kenny got captured. We're much better armed. Oh, God! Oh!
Suck on that!
Wasn't expecting anybody to be there. Actually, is that the student that we rescued and briefly joined up? And then got captured again? Possibly. Yeah, really desperate or, like, imprisoned as a test subject, Shannon. Let's not judge. Yeah, they shoehorned every contact with the enemy into functionally the exact same scenario. Yeah. Basically, every situation let them get to cover in a way that made careful advancements not all that helpful. It was basically just making sure your units weren't screwed when inevitably they did their Charlie's Angels pose and then got to cover themselves. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, Jesus. How we doing health-wise? Alright. Shannon, drink
That
up,
was great.
then heal
Okay,
your brother.
I'm with you. All right, I'm ready to rock. Thanks.
Let's see. Alright, we got Healy stuff, that's good. Phantom Doctrine was another one that I think had smart modifications to the system. Also because hits were more or less guaranteed, and evading them basically took a resource that you could wear down. So it was reasonably predictable when people would get shot. And given the game's espionage focus, you were encouraged to get around the map carefully, accomplish your objectives, and get out with minimal contact, or at least delaying it for as long as possible. And, you know, it was still possible to shoot your way out of trouble, but the idea is you would eventually be overwhelmed. And I think they mostly executed on that pretty well. God damn. Oh, we got something here. Nice. It's always kind of satisfying when you just double tap something and it goes down. Mario vs. Rabbids games are actually really good, but I'd not recommend them because Nintendo. Yeah, I actually heard against all odds that was reasonably fun. Like, it's insane as a concept. Like, just the giving the Mario cast guns and having them get into cover and such like that. Okay, so this is the area where we were before. Nice. Yeah, I've heard surprisingly good things about that. But yeah, that runs into the issue with Nintendo, but yeah, whatever. Another conversation for another time. Princess Peach has gone wild, gone tactical. Oh god. Camera's not getting us that time. Alright, that way's blocked. Let's find the machinery room to open the big door. Roy. Yeah, I think the doors we found earlier are going to be open and stuff's going to be popping out of them. That's kind of the impression I get. Yeah, imagine getting to see what your characters are looking at. I know, right? What a novel concept. Alright, nothing else here. Right, this was the gathering point before we went down the elevator. The impression I get from this game is it probably didn't get a lot of playtesting, because I feel like that is something you could have easily checked. Except I don't think they were necessarily counting on people coming back there because there was nothing there. And it probably could have used more feedback to touch up on some of the minor nuisances with the camera. Because for the most part, I think the dynamic camera works for its intended purpose, but not so well when dealing with enemies from unexpected angles. Like earlier in the library area, where you had that one student that was sitting on the stairs, and he morbs out when you get too close to him, or when you get too far from him. But if you're too far from him, if you go the other way first, then the camera ends up facing the other way and he's coming at you from a blind angle. Stuff like that. I feel like more QC would have been able to pick up on that. Or sometimes that's intentional because of difficulty. Eh, possibly. I'm playing on the normal setting, so probably nothing quite like that. But it is possible that they put something in blind angles to trick the player. It's always kind of hard to tell how much is the intent of the developer and how much is an accident of needing to put stuff somewhere. Right, this is the cells we were in. There's one other nagging little thing with that's specifically with the final boss. I'll bring it up when we get there, but there is an obnoxious artificial challenge to it. And basically all you can do is just have extra items ready. A few rooms in DMC3 where the game spawns archers off screen and just expects you to know about them being there, and it is intentional. Oh, okay, yeah, that's nasty. Alright, okay, so we are going back the way we came. This is good. Alright. Yep, Kenna, you take the lead. Yeah, something tells me this thing opens up and that's where we run into the final boss. There's a couple phases to it. The first one is just normal boss material stuff. Alright, so I think we didn't go down here. Let's give it a try. Oh, hey, ow! Little bitch. Save disc, here we go. Suspense and not knowing what's going on because off screen. Yeah, I think that might be part of the intent. And then they kind of underestimate just how quickly creatures can move and hit you from a blind angle or what the camera angles are. And so what ends up happening is critters get most of the way close to you before you can see realistically what you're shooting at. Ooh. Alright, so I think these take all the statues and... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Shannon! You see the big thing over there, right? Actually... Hold on a sec, I'm having a couple... Okay, so broken statue, statue with its arms out, praying statue, statue with its hands behind its back. Okay, so we've got all of them. I remember getting one more weapon for the end game. Alright. Alright, let's try approaching it from the side. Ow. Also, I note with some amusement that melee weapons have friendly fire, but firearms do not. It seems like you can safely fire through each other with no ill consequence. Alright, so it looks like the slam button, the slam actually doesn't have too bad damage. Alright, they're down. Remember Daikatana had AI companions and friendly fire? Oh, do I ever. Yeah, being able to damage your squatties makes sense for something semi-realistic, or specifically going for mechanical complexity, something like, say, SWAT 4. But in other instances, you should just leave that off. The AI just cannot be trusted to behave when there is a human player involved. Oh. Alright, back up. Oh god! Damn it! Shit! Okay, run! 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 God damn. Alright. They are throwing a lot at us. In EDF, the AI infantry can't friendly fire you. The artillery has no such compunctions. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. Artillery is very specifically a giant AoE boom, and you want... I think it's fair to say that is something the player should stay out of. Gotta love when Superfly, whatever his name is, would just start blasting right into the back of Hero's head and then kill you and have a cry. Oh, no! Hero got blown down. Player weapons all have difficulty-dependent fire. That's fair. Alright, what do we got? The AI walks directly in front of machine guns.
What is this thing?
Ooh, what do we got here? A lever, huh? Wait, hold on a second. Did that say vote for something? Hang on, I'm gonna get a closer look at this. Here he uses his summon carpet bombing. Oh, man. Now I'm thinking of mercenaries. Those games were great. Well, the first game was great. Second game, okay. Work, something, me, vote for, Unfortunately, take a closer look. But yeah, I like the way Yahtzee put it. Mercenaries, aka airstrike, aka hooray for airstrikes. That's it. Warframe is a status effect that enables friendly fire. It's a huge issue in public matches with randos. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now that's actually interesting, making it a tactical element you have to work around. Hey, a light grenade. This would have been handy a few seconds ago. Like, if players are invincible until suddenly they're not. Oh, okay, so that opens that door up. See, it's all coming together. Alright, actually, do we have one more? Where are keys? Key to the teacher's room. Because, yeah, there is a laser weapon in this game, which is handy, but ammunition for it is limited to what's in the magazine, the battery, basically. But it is very powerful, and I thought I remember having it by now. I would like to have it for the final boss. You know what? I am going to... Back to the principal's
What
office
took you
real
guys
quick.
so long? I was worried.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Alright. Josh, with me. Your item fighting powers are needed. I dimly recall there being a secret in the principal's office. Could have sworn there was something we unlock here. No, we already did that. Huh. Library if you want to see me. Classrooms. You know what? I'm going to look this up real quick. I just hate missing stuff. Off to game facts. Back down we go. Back down we go. Hey, missed some ammo. Nice. Then through here. So where from here? Ventilation fan on the walls, a cage that lets vent. Okay, so there's a cage we gotta push. Now it makes sense. That's it. Okay. Have we been in here yet? It's revolting. What happened to this poor person? Okay, so that's just the mutation process. Actually, we might not have been here yet. Alright. Move this thing out of the way. Shannon, cover me. Alright, I think we push it this way. There we go. Oh God. Ugh. Alright. Some horrible things happen down there. Yeah, you think, Josh? Cool. Hey, here we go. Nice. Alright. So, this thing is fun. Essentially, it's a flashlight that actually does damage and doesn't just strip protection. Again, it's limited to the charge in the battery, so it will eventually run out. But handy to have for the final boss. Alright. But it would be nice to find a map right about now. Alright, so that opens that door. Anything else up here? Hey! Alright. This is back in the library. See, it's all coming together. Was there anything else here? Yes, that was this way. Alright. Alright. Let's go find the room with the 4 statues. Or the 4 places for the statue. We put the statues in. Yeah, find the machinery room to open the big door. Alright, I think... Was it above us?
There's nothing left for us here.
Was it below us? Yeah, I think we go down here. This is where we put the statues. Let me just see. Did I check over here? That just right. Here we go. Okay. Alright. Alright, I don't know if there's a specific combination we're meant to use. I think these all go on them. Possibly in any order. Maybe. There's no lever or button. Need something to activate the mechanism. Ah, here we go. Hey! Oh, hey, it's Walden. Yeah, just tug on the door. I'm sure that's gonna work. Oh yeah, he is turbo dead. Alright, so I think the path to the final boss is clear. So actually, what we'll probably want to do is...
Walden, stop. That won't help.
Oh, interesting.
You're lying. But it won't do you any good. That's the antidote. Give it to me right now. You've been exposed to too much light. No. Walden, stop. Give me the antidote or I'll shoot. You've already started to mutate.
Oh. Okay. Alright, could use some sound effects there. Well, I'd say that plan was left withering on the vine. Whoosha! Oh, nice. Alright, so we're gonna stack up at the... before the boss room. Sweet! Cool, ammunition and first aid kits. Oh, man. Alright. So, yeah, we took Walden's stuff, and now we're getting ready for the final boss here. So, kind of a lot happened there. So, Walden was infected, and he needed the antidote, but it seemed like he was too far gone. But he could have been infected much earlier than us, because we're going to take it ourselves. And, you know, spoiler alert, but these kids all show up for the sequel. So... But also... Friedman had to have been taking doses himself, but he didn't look mutated as well, so I guess he had perfected it somehow? I don't know. Get a little convoluted. There is, in fact, a sequel. It follows these characters and some new characters in college. It wasn't as well received. Unfortunately, it dropped the mechanic where anybody can die. There are some characters that can die. Some are scripted to die. And I think they also dropped the partner mechanic, but I'm not 100% sure. Basically, they lost a lot of the charm, I would say. Anyway,
There's nothing left for us here.
Right, we're going to want to send in our heavy hitters here, so I'm going to switch to Ashley.
Okay, let's move.
Make a sequel to our game without anything that made our game different from all these other games. Yeah, pretty much. Like, there are some interesting elements about it. I do kind of want to go back and, finish it. I don't remember getting too far into it. But it does drop...
All right, I'll go with you.
hang on a second.
Let's go.
It does drop some of the distinguishing elements. It just feels like another survival horror game. And a little more scripted in its sequences and such. Which is a shame. Anyway, let's see. Are we ready to go? I think we are. Yeah, we'll want Shannon to... Actually, you know, we'll keep her with us because she does have better healing. And we're probably going to need to make use of those med kits. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Let's do this thing.
Leonard, forgive me. I almost found the formula. I almost did it.
So, yeah, his brother is Plant now. And it almost seems like he's still cognizant enough to recognize that Herbert is his brother. Which is interesting. Anyway, time to light this thing up. Oh god. Ah! Nice. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay, that killed both of them at once. Shit. Okay, this might actually be a challenge. Alright, you know, what the hell?
Okay, I'm with you.
Kenny, you go in there with Stan. I have nothing but absolute faith in you. Good luck, Slugger. Huh, that's where their stuff is. Wow, holy shit. They're both dead too. Okay. Alright, Josh, it's all up to you, buddy. Last man standing, go get him. I've completely forgotten how this fight goes. I think you need to stay in the light, which... No, that doesn't seem to help. Go this way. Have you run back out? You can't just run back out. Awesome. Alright, that's cute. Okay, so basically we need to stay in the light to avoid the waves of darkness. Oof. Wow, it got us. Alright. Okay. So, that was a shit fight, not gonna lie. That's actually harder than I remember. Alright, so I think what we need to do is... Alright. Shannon, you're with me.
Let's move.
I think we need to stay in the light, except when it winds up for an attack. And then we need to be ready to move. Let's give it a whirl.
Leonard.
Yeah, we got it. Alright. Wow. Because that was an instant kill. Okay. There's some bullshit happening with this. Shoots out dark roots from the ground and hurts you a lot. Shoot one of the roots. Run around to avoid the black smoke roots that appear under your feet. Repeat. When you destroy a root, a circle of light will appear on the ground. Run to it and don't move until the black cloud disappears. Black cloud kills you instantly if you aren't in the circle. As soon as the black cloud disappears, run out or you'll be stabbed by a root. Alright. Then you'll have to run around to the left or right side. That means stepping into the black liquid, which hurts. Alright. A bit funky. I get what they were going for. But yeah, the main issue with this fight is the unavoidable damage. Which I thought was only going to be in the second phase. Apparently it is not.
I'll go with you.
So... fantastic. Alright.
Leonard.
Alright. Alright, stay in the light. Alright, we're good. Run. Alright. And again.
I'm ready to rock.
Alright, same deal. Hustle on over here. Okay, so you do gotta go through this. Ow.
Or start fighting.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Alright, we're good. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Hold on a second. Alright.
I feel great now.
Alright. Basically just spam healing items at this point. One more route. Here we go.
Great now.
Got it! Alright, good. Now this is the second phase of this fight is the more bullshit one. Where I think it just does some unavoidable damage, you just gotta heal through it. 6-game win streak. Nice! Way to go, Sens. So yeah, I think if any of the students have died, you don't get a second phase to the fight and the game just ends. Been a while, I'll have to look this up. Hey! Got the antidote just in time for the sunrise. I mean, never mind that we were getting hit with sunlight before. Whatever, video game plot. Don't think too hard about it. Oh, he ain't dead yet. Exactly. Ominous chanting, here he comes in his final form. But yeah. We basically can't avoid getting hurt. Well, we can, to some degree. But I think he'll eventually do a sweeping attack that... That thing there, that's annoying. Like, we can do damage. I think it'll eventually die.
I'm ready to rock.
Ow. Just keep healing.
Much better now.
There we go. I'm not sure if there's any point to actually shooting it in that scene. It will eventually die. Maybe it just makes it go quicker. But yeah, mandatory damage during your final battle sequence, not fun. Because that basically comes down to how many healing items you have. And I think if you're at full health, it's still possible to get through it, you just get very close. And you know, with your partner following you around, someone's probably going to get whacked. And that's kind of where the AI is a bit of a letdown. It's not very good at dodging, is the thing. But hey, got everyone through. Sweet. Well done, y'all. There you go. Time for some glad to be alive sex. Also, I don't feel like actually. No, you're right. Because all my bad. Because yeah, all the plants were basically growing out of Leonard, so all the stuff we saw was literally parts of him. So I do appreciate that they went hard into the body horror angle there. But it wouldn't be a horror game without the cliffhanger. When in a monster situation, it's important to remain abstinent until all the monsters have been defeated. Exactly! See, you never know when the game is going to pull a fake out on you. I don't know if the sequel ever explains what that was. Because, yeah, all the characters are there for the sequel. So I think it's just, there was one more monster or something. But yeah, spoiler alert, basically they continue this at the university they go to. The implication that the thing Leonard had become either managed to spread elsewhere, or the plant was also being used as, like, some research, as some illicit research by someone else to the same result or something. But yeah, it was a quick game. Like again, that's kind of the length I prefer my survival horror games to be. Just something you can kind of spend a weekend with and get through. It's kind of a small, contained experience. There are some that I think are fine, despite being longer. But there's a finite appetite for tension, and I think something like this, or like the length of Amnesia: The Bunker, hits the good sweet spot of long enough to be a dense experience, but not so long that the effect of it wears off. I mean, late in the game for this, your team basically is packing shotguns, grenades. You are very well equipped for most of what comes up, and it's usually when the enemies catch you napping that there's any kind of tension. Yeah. After about 10 hours or so, you start running into a problem of what else can we do to surprise the player? What can we do to challenge them? And at that point, they've usually got a full arsenal, and they have seen some whatever exotic boss combos you have, so fodder enemies just kind of get in the way. And I do think Resident Evil is a case where a lot of the later entries got bloated towards that end. Like, we had that problem with Resident Evil Village, where there were parts that could easily be trimmed out. I think that was a problem with Resident Evils 5 and 6. 4... It's been a long time since I've played that. I did get the remastered version, and I've been meaning to give that a go. I remember it being reasonably well, but also running kind of long too. But I think 5 and 6 were particularly bad about that. Which is a shame, because I broadly still liked how they controlled. It just feels like the campaign kind of overstayed their welcome. Alright, so we got the making of. So yeah, we got some unlocks here. Special Morgenstern Bat. Oh, I see. That's got the mace. Unlock the laser gun. Oh, nice. That's a pistol with a laser attached to it. Sweet. And, you know, the usual alternate costumes and such. But yeah, I think there is... Oh, the menu's changed. Nice. Special mode. Ooh. New gameplay mode, huh? Wonder what that's about. I'll probably have to look into that on my own time. But yeah, that's obscure. It is fairly obvious why this didn't really take off, because it is basically Resident Evil in a high school. But I do like the quirks that it adds to the rhythm of play. The fact that you can potentially lose people, that both characters are armed, that the AI is generally pretty good about acquiring targets and defending itself, and you actually kind of need a support character to deal with the threats that attack. I think overall it does that pretty well. It still makes some of the common mistakes of survival horror, but I think it is much more respectful of the player's time, and for the most part handles itself reasonably well without bloating things down with too many mechanics or too many things on the interface. There are definitely elements that could have been introduced. I think they could have probably used better weapon variety. Maybe a little bit more creature variety as well. I'm very surprised we didn't get something breaking through a window as like a flying enemy or something. But overall, I think it's good at what it does, and it's a nice little 7 out of 10 cult classic that I still have some fondness for. I will eventually get to the sequel and finish that. But, yeah, I remember it not quite grabbing me as quickly as the original, and losing a lot of what made this game special. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a good night. We will not be streaming next Saturday. I'll be taking that week off to build PC after Christmas. Might be doing something the following Sunday before the end of the year, however. We are going to be streaming tomorrow night. I've got something very special cooked up. The 420 Blaze It Games, because apparently they made a sequel to that one. That is a goddamned experience, and we're going to have a lot to talk about there. But that'll be, excuse me, that'll be for tomorrow. Thanks for coming, everyone. Have a good night, and see you next time.